What's going on, everybody? Just give us a few while we get ready and wait for our beautiful guest. We are live and direct. You know the vibes. What's going on? I hope we're all having an amazing day. Okay. I see my boy's getting pretty over there.
Let's go. Live in the barbershop, you heard?
Live and direct. You know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
Yo, listen, it's Ace, the architect, the juggernaut. Tuck your socks, whether you duck or not. We bucking shots. We in the fucking building with AMP, the amplifier. My guy, Mr. McFly. You know what I'm saying? I know Kev is on the way, and we got Rita the leader today. So I'm so happy. It's gonna be a movie.
Let's go. I'm super hyped, bro.
Now that's a fact. That's why even I put the G's on the G's website up so people can actually start taking a look at some of the things we're going to be talking about. But I'm super excited. One of my favorite founders, you know what I'm saying? An amazing human being. I got to meet him in person, and bro, when I tell you, a movie is an understatement, bro. This guy is definitely a star, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I caught a little FOMO, seeing everybody out there in Miami. But one of the loveliest things, bro, is like I saw you interact with mad people I know IRL, right? And seeing the homies tap in with each other is super fire.
Now that's a fact, yo. That right there, IRL's the alpha, bro. I've been saying it since that Miami joint because the truth is that when we get to meet each other, bro, like I can't wait to meet Theo. Me and him gonna play pool. My guy be on the road.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Better have your own pool stick too. You ain't using
Pause.
mine.
Pause. I definitely got some cues, bro. I got some cues.
Let's go. Make sure y'all like and retweet the stream, you heard?
Facts. It's about to go down. We got the whole team in the building.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh
You.
shit, yeah.
Yo,
Oh, my man is flexing with the G's hat. Yo, Kev, send that, bro. We need that ASAP.
bro, you know how I've
Sheesh.
been asking my mother-in-law like, because right now she wants to do the shirts, so she's getting the shirts done. Um, so I'm waiting on that, and then she's gonna let me know. But
Yeah,
it's been
that's
a
fine.
whole thing, dog.
My man got the custom 101 G's. Let's G's about it. Nah, that's fire. Yo, listen,
Can't wait,
Alpha.
bro.
Y'all better delist them fucking G's. If y'all want the Alpha, that's the Alpha. Make sure y'all
Nah,
delist.
that's
NFT
a fact.
NYC is around the corner. And I, papi, te jodiste if you got your shit listed because no bueno.
Oh, that's
That's
facts,
a fact.
man. You gotta have to have it delisted. Delisted.
Delist the G's.
Okay.
Also, yo, talk to me about while we waiting on Rita, talk to me about this mutant drink that you had in Miami. I saw a few homies tap in.
Yee, yo, when I tell you fire, fire. But when you taste it, yo, listen, you know what I'm saying? I know seeing is believing, bro, but when you get to experience it yourself, you're definitely gonna fall in love, bro. It was amazing. And the cool thing about it is they did a couple live demos, so I got more than one drink and I was a happy camper. I like to drink my whiskey neat, by the way. You know what I mean? Because I'm like
Mhm.
a whiskey sommelier, but the drink was amazing, man.
Nah, that's super dope, bro. I saw that and I can't wait to have a few myself. I was even telling Papito I need a few of them, for the crib. Nice little collection piece right there.
That's a fact. So real quick, I just want to introduce you guys to the one, the only Rita, the leader, the under promiser, the overachiever. He's made me a believer. So stop the cap. And you already know my guy's in the building. Shout out to Rita. What's going on, Rita? How you doing today, brother?
What's up, guys? Sorry, my video is not working. My Mickey Mouse internet is not letting me do video.
It's
Is
all
that
good, man.
It's all
Just
good.
having you here is a blessing, bro. You know what I'm
is
saying?
that
Shout out to
Amp
Rita, man.
Yeah, he wanted to go live.
Yeah,
So
man. He at the barber shop.
I saw the Mickey Mouse just keeps on giving him.
Yo, you at the barber shop with Papito over there?
yo,
Oh
make
man,
sure
this is
y'all
too
like and
good.
retweet the stream too, y'all.
Yo, what's going on, Aris GM? Facts, facts. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat so we could see it. You know, we got Rita the leader in the building. Shout out to Rita. Yo, let me just say, man, that meeting you in person, bro, just immortalized you for me because I already knew that you were a gem, bro. But you're a star, man.
Thank you, my man. Thank you. It was great meeting you as well.
Facts. I
Rita,
can't wait.
my bad.
New York, New York's
Before
gonna
we
be a
get
move.
into it,
One
you
at a
are
time.
coming to New York, right?
Mickey Mouse. Yo, Kev, man, that hat is amazing, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I fucking love it. I gotta get more out, man. I really do. But
Nah, that's a
McFly, you
fact.
said you were seeing something, McFly?
Yeah, I was just trying to confirm if Rita was pulling up to NFT NYC.
That's the plan, yeah.
It's gonna be a movie.
Oh, I already know, man. I already know. You see Papito over there laying on his back. Pause. Yo, so let's get
Yeah,
down
let's
and
get
dirty.
into
We
it.
got we got we got Rita, the leader, in the building. One of my favorite builders and founders on chain. And like where I want to start is, who was Rita before Web3, bro?
Sorry, what was that?
Who was Rita before Web3? What were you doing before Web3, bro?
Oh, same. I was running an advertising agency.
Wow. And what was the like turning point for you getting into Web3?
You want the real answer, or you want like a cap answer?
Nah, I don't want the Mickey Mouse shit. I want the real shit.
COVID was, man.
So what happened during COVID that made you be like, yo, I'm
So
all
we
in?
pretty much we pretty much closed down the advertising when all that stuff went haywire.
Hmm.
And I just shifted to Web3, and and then slowly after things opened up, we opened up the animation studio instead of the advertising agency, and we started building from there. We started at two people in the beginning, uh, two other people besides me, and then we've grown all the way now to 20 plus.
Wow.
So within a 4-year period, you've gone from 2 employees or 3 employees, including yourself, to
Well,
20
I'm not an
plus.
employee because I
That's
have
pretty
never gotten a
impressive.
salary yet.
Well, that I've met a lot of small time business owners that are the same
Yeah, so
way.
I'm not an
But
employee,
yeah,
right?
no,
I'm an employee once I
yeah,
start getting paid instead of paying myself.
yeah,
No, but
no,
it's
I
tough.
got you.
It's tough. It's been tough. It's a long road. It's a bumpy road, ups and downs, even until today. I mean, it's still hard. Like you said, startups are not easy to do, especially with Web3 connection and the volatility of Web3. Things go up and down, and
Hmm.
clients come and go, and all types of stuff. But yeah, it's tough.
So, what was the exact moment you realized that coming into Web3 would have been bigger than you've imagined?
I don't know if there was an exact moment, but once I jump into things, I just know I'm staying. So it's been that I jumped into the deep end, like you would say, and I started very small, but I knew that we would make it eventually. I don't know
That's
if that
crazy.
answered your question.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was on mute. Okay, so I got one more question for you, Rita. Where did the idea for the project come into play? Was it something that you've already had in mind Just being in Web3, being a collector, was it something that somebody kind of incentivized you to start? What was that process like?
Which project? Dashboard or G's on Ape?
The G's.
Now the G's on Ape was inspired by ApeChain. Obviously, was inspired by the Board APL Club. I've been a club member for quite some time. I rocked Mutant for over a year and a half, 2 years almost, and then I finally got my eighth lately. So when ApeChain came out, and there was no real 3D project out there, that's when we decided to do this. But the total motivation was the Board APL Club.
Wow.
Except
So
we
which
except
read?
we wanted to do it differently because I am a believer of user generated content,
Mhm.
and that's why we chose 3D so that we can do all the different poses and all the different content stuff that you see on there now. Bro, is there
Rita,
anyone who can kick
in
Ant
how?
from this thing? It's really bothering me. He's like
Yeah,
lagging.
well, yeah, we got you, bro. He's really supporting the G's
Yeah,
nuts that he's trying to give out to everybody.
he's
So,
flagging him, man.
so I mean, he went extreme. I don't know how he's gone so extreme on this, but he has. No, Rada, my question, listening to all these great questions and answers you've been saying is like, it's one thing to make something, but none of this is useful or rewarding if you don't have a community that utilizes it, right? You're giving us all these products, all these things that we can actually do a lot of things with our G's, but it's up to us, the community, to go to try them out, to go utilize them, right? And I can say we have a very avid, very active community that's constantly doing that. And you're seeing a lot of them. It doesn't matter what chain they're on. Those really active, those really ones that buy into the art, buy into what the product the team is giving them, and giving those avenues out. And how important do you think that is to make sure that you can continue growing and sustaining? Because we're building a brand here, right? That's the goal. You're building a brand with every other little um, company and everything else that's tied into it.
That is correct, but I am a true believer of content creation. I mean, even the way I started in the club, or I started in Web3, was creating content with my NFTs, with my different NFTs and different assets. Of course, I chose the 3D path because I think it's easier and it's faster. And like you've seen on the timeline, a lot of people create their own content with their 3D models, and the people that can't create with 3D models, we've created those poses for them that they can create with. And I would like to see all our assets wherever you go, whether it's a metaverse, whether it's a game, whether it's content creation, that you'll be able to take your G's with you and start creating content uh, or playing games with your G's. It's very important that your asset that you hold, whether it's a $30,000 asset or a $50,000 asset or $1,000 asset, that you are able to use it to communicate with, you are able to create content with it, and you are able to play with it or use all the different AI tools that are available.
I love that. That gives an NFT, more life, in my opinion, right? And having the versatility to be able to content create with your NFT is important, right? Especially when you're representing the project. One of my favorite things about the G's, to be honest, is just being able to see not only my NFT in different poses. We also have, a few memes that you've placed in the website, which, we'll dive deeper into that in a second. But I definitely think it's important, right, to give people the option to content create with the NFT that they hold.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
because
said
it's real quick on
it's
that. Because that's a digital collectible, right? Like it's not an NFT anymore. And I think it's very important that we name it that because that collectible allows you to do the things that you
it's
want to do that Ryder's been pushing.
it's a mix of that. It's a mix of both, but it's true ownership of your asset, where
That
you
is
can
amazing.
actually communicate with it, create content with it, or play with it. Wherever you go, you should be able to take your asset with you, which is your new identity online, if you would like to say that. So, if you're investing time in this IP and you're using this character, and you want to take him wherever you want, that is my primary goal of this project.
Let me ask you this, Rita. What was what was it behind user generated content, or what gave you the idea to do user generated content?
Because that is how I've seen Web3. That's how I felt Web3 should be from the get go. And from the first NFTs that I got, I started creating content. We explored 2D, but 3D was the easier and our path, the path we chose.
Yeah, and I
Nice.
love the 3D aspect of it, right? Because, like I said, it makes it feel more lifelike. And the
Hmm.
fact that, if you do know how to render, and they give you the files where you could literally create your own poses, right? And kind of create your own custom image of what you want your digital collectible to look like. So
And to
that
help you with
that's
that,
amazing.
even if you're not a 3D, we will be releasing Dashboard hopefully this week. If
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited about
and you
that.
can
We'll get into
create
that too. But
content without knowing how to
yeah,
use 3D software and complicated Blender and all that. Just create
right.
anything you want from there. You can add your
Yeah, I'm
you can
excited
add
about
your own.
that, boy. Because the other thing too, real quick, Ryder and McFly, because I like this conversation. The deal is like you're getting this asset that you can do anything with, and you utilize that, right? But you still have to put the effort in to utilize it. And the deal is like how do we make it real simple? And that's what Ryder's been doing in the team back there, which is awesome. But the deal to me is like it's the character. I'm a big believer that the metaverse is going to be the next thing, like a true metaverse where I can go wear my G's, be able to talk through it, and represent myself through it, right? Wherever we walk around, whatever it's going to be. You could say Lifty Island, Unreal Kingdoms, Income Island, all that stuff. Those guys are building really big, legitimate platforms to allow that. And we're so close that I think in the next year and a half, 2 years, that's going to be the next meta in this space. And everybody that's being prepared now, like you guys are, right? I think it's going to be a huge plus, and it's going to be very beneficial and stuff, not only to the overall value of it, but also to the value of the community member, the community holder, giving you another outlet to be ready to maximize that and build an individual image and brand with that, right? Because we're a community. McFly's my boy, Ace is my boy, Kevin's my boy, Amp's my boy. But the deal is like, yeah, we spend a lot of time here together, but it'd be really cool to spend a lot of time playing a game or doing something like that in a metaverse type setting or trading together other than just sitting here and stuff. We're actually having our avatars doing it and stuff like that. And there's a lot of avenues that are being built like that right now that's going to allow
Yeah,
that.
if I could chime in real quick. So the last metaverse that we experienced, me per se, right, was the celebration of the other side. And in my opinion, flawless, right? But also, to have access to something like that, wearing my G's as well, right? Having my digital identity also in the metaverse where people recognize who I am based off of the asset is phenomenal. And I cannot wait to get down, get to that subject. But I just wanted to, elaborate on how cool I think that is personally as a gamer, right? Being able to run around in a game with a digital asset that's in my wallet that represents who I am in the metaverse is awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, going back a bit, we finalized the deal and the partnership with Nifty Island, and now you can play with your G's on Nifty Island. They're already incorporated. They have access from the back end, and we're the first project on Ape Chain to do that. We were the first to launch on Ape Chain, and hope it makes the pathway for other projects to launch on Nifty as well. We are currently working to try to get them on other side. They will be there. I know they will be there, but I don't know from day one or not. But they will be as soon as it's made available. They are ready. We finished them, and they're ready to go for other side. Um, I don't know if you're familiar with Somnia. We just signed with them a couple of weeks ago, and they should be available on Somnia as well, and a couple of other metaverses that we've been working with that will be announced as soon as the partnerships are made public.
Awesome.
Right,
Do
and
we?
then we will start. we do have some other stuff coming for G's, like games and stuff like that, that you will be able to use either your NFT or a G's NFT to play the game. Any game that's available right now, or we're talking to, or is available to add, we are already speaking to them. Unfortunately, some things take longer than others, and some things we can't announce most of the stuff until it's finally time to launch. But we do have a couple, more than five different partnerships that will be activating this summer that are either metaverse or games.
Yeah. Rita, and the other thing too is like I think that's very important to know that as you, as somebody who's a builder and a company owner, small business and all that, and growing up, is constantly venturing out there and talking to people, right? Say, hey, does this make sense or not? And it's great that you're sharing that insight and stuff where you're constantly meeting with people and saying, does this make sense? Can we work something out? You've built a great product. We think we should be part of that
Yeah,
product. And I think people get away with that. I think people forget that. They forget the reaching out and working something out and see if there's some synergies
we
there. How do you feel
I
about
mean,
that?
look, I can't prove it to everyone, but I'm on at least on three different calls a day for future partnerships or current partnerships. We have to find new things every single day, or because this is how we are, and we want to keep on delivering, right? And the space does have a lot of innovation, and cool products keep coming out, and we want to try and keep on building with everyone. But at the same time, unfortunately, there is a financial aspect to all this. So we also have to give financial gains to our holders, whether it's airdrops, whether it's coins, whether it's things like that. We do have to come up with all that as well as the games and the metaverses, and at the same time, because this is this is Web3, right? There's art, there's
Yeah.
community, but there's also financial gains for the holders.
Right. Given those opportunities, it's not up to you to give us. It's what we do with those, those opportunities, right? As a community
Yes, but I
holders and
have to
stuff. So,
provide.
yeah,
We have, as a project founder, we do have to provide value to holders and try to get you guys as much
yep,
value as possible. We I
100%.
think I don't think there is. I know this is not. I'm not like that. I don't show off, but I don't think anybody on Ape has given airdrops as valuable as we have to our holders or to our printers. We've done with the biggest brands, small brands. Some were good, some were medium, some were low, some were not that good. But we believe that we have to keep on pushing and just give the opportunities and let the holder choose for themselves which ones they want to hold, which one they want to throw away, which one they want to burn. Um, but yeah, I mean, I know some G's that are still holding their anime and they're still up. So uh, the anime token or the Mintify token. Um, I'm still
Yeah.
holding, and we still believe in those projects. But it's up to the user, not to us. We just provide the opportunity, whether even if it's for games, we provide the opportunity for you to go and play Nifty Island. We provide the opportunity for you to go play Other Side, or we provide this. It's then up to you to do as you please with it, right?
Right.
We provide
So
opportunities.
before we let Amp go, because I know he's got haircut, he's ready to go yell at you and do all kinds of stuff. Um, how many hours you think you're spending really building this
A
brand out
day or
every day?
or
Yeah, a day,
I
a
get
day.
4 hours of sleep average, 4 to 5 hours of sleep average, and I'm building every
Damn.
other hour.
And people, it's just because I get these young kids think that it's easy, right? And they just don't understand. It doesn't matter if it's Web 2 or Web 3. It's a lot of time that you have to commit
Yes, and
to
I
make it
put myself
successful.
in a position where I also try to push Ape Chain as much as I push G's, because I think pushing Ape
Yeah.
Chain pushes G's at the end of the day. Yes, it takes a toll on you. It takes a huge toll on you, whether it's health, whether it's family, whether it's financial. But it is what it is. This is the position we've put ourselves into. Um, and you get used to, or you have to grow tough skin with all the stupid FUD you hear, or or
Oh
dumb
yeah.
comments you hear here and there. It does affect me. I don't lie. I'm not that guy that can just brush stuff like that off. But it is what it is. This is the space. I mean, I was on the other side of things, and I've said annoying things to founders as well. I've
Yeah,
said
but
when utility, when pump, when all this.
one thing that I will say that differentiates you from a lot of founders in this space, though, Rita, is like you're super active, right? You're always on spaces, and one of my favorite things that you just said, right? It's like you're here for the evolution of Ape Chain. So whether it's you being in a space, helping other projects promote whatever they got going on, right? Being innovative in the space, creating different tools for people to use to also create with is one of the main reasons why I'm bullish on you as a founder, right? Because in all reality, and this is not to downplay anybody, but I don't really see founders active like that in the space like you, right? So to have a founder that's here at the forefront, that's always active, always tapped in with the community, and also, trying to create new ways to innovate, the projects that you got going on is one of my favorite things about you. So,
Yep.
appreciate you for being that
Yep.
kind of founder.
Your approval, McFly. I will continue being me. I I was waiting for your approval. I was gonna quit tomorrow.
Yo, I love you, bro. I can, yo, you have to make it
Now I
to
got,
NFT
I got your
NYC.
approval and your snap. Your
Stop
the
giving
guys.
this guy flowers. He's the most Mickey Mouse
Oh my
Yo,
guy
yo,
God!
there
Here
is,
he is.
bro.
mute this
Stop
guy. Mute
playing
this
with me.
guy. Somebody mute this guy.
Jesus, stop.
Let me mute this guy real quick. Let me get. I got it right now.
We recorded you, and you don't even understand what view we had when you were in the bottom.
Jeez.
That's
Right.
correct. We
My
got
man
some
What
was
the
great
out
hell did
here
I
views.
do?
promoting G's
Uh,
nuts
uh,
heavy.
yeah,
Bro,
Oh,
heavy,
my
real
balls
bro,
is
heavy.
showing?
it,
Yo, my balls is showing, bro?
felt
your,
like it.
Gotcha, bro.
your pair of G's nuts, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
Notice
shit.
the
But
So
interview
you
was
want to know what's
actually
funny? We got
this
a
interview was
150
very
views as soon
professional
as he did that.
until this guy came on.
exactly. Yeah, we doubled our views when you showed your
That's
G's nuts. It was
crazy,
crazy. It was
bro.
crazy. It's crazy. Amp, how are you doing, buddy? Would you like to say hi to your buddy
Hell
right
no,
over
bro.
here?
Hell no. This guy's the worst. He's the worst, bro. I'm
Yo,
fu-
don't.
Have you noticed how good his internet connection is during this live space?
It's actually good, right?
Yeah, it's
Bro,
fantastic.
it's
he
only
only
spaces, bro. Spaces is the Wi-Fi, Mickey Mouse Wi-Fi.
I was
Yo,
trying
That's
to get the video. I
hilarious.
couldn't get the video to work.
yo, but do you
Right.
see? That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing, bro. You're supposed to be on camera, bro. Get on camera. What the hell? We want to see your pretty face.
If I go on camera,
Facts. Yeah, that's hilarious. Right. Look, and you said something about Ape Chain, right? That I think is really important stuff. And here's a question: is like, why is the Ape Chain the choice of you? And you kind of answered that because of being a bored ape and all that, and supporting it. You were already in. But the real question is like, what is happening behind the scenes that you might be able to share with us and the listeners now that that it's going to be something very positive going forward for all the Ape Chain maxis or people that are being involved or that want to get involved in Ape
well,
Chain?
I mean, there's no financial advice, but I really like the Clutch Market product. I think it's the right mixture of degen, NFT collecting, and financial gains. They with their product and attaching an NFT to it, and attaching like staking and gambling and all that all together in one. I think they've gotten the right sauce and the right formula for the space. I mean, the space is very degen. It is very community heavy. So you have your JPEGs, you have your betting, you have your financials with staking and all that. I think it's perfect. I think I am very bullish on clutch markets, and I do know a couple of other
Nice.
products coming to Ape Chain that are quite bullish as well.
Ooh. Okay. There we go. A little bit of a hidden alpha
Clutch
right there. I
market.
like
I
it.
think the secret sauce always is to try to combine as many different aspects of Web3 in one product, and I think Clutch Market is doing that. Like we do NFTs, we do animations, we do community, and we do UGC, and hopefully we do financial gains. That's why it becomes a better product when there is more than one layer of Web3 on top of each other. So we have our collectors who just collect Gs and just stack them. We have people that have one, we have people that have 50, we have people that have 90. We have people that are creating with their 3D assets. We have people that use just poses. And we hopefully have that. And we have people who just flip Gs that minted and flip them. Which is fine, because at the end this is one of the layers in Web3, right?
Yeah, then Rita, I kind of
Yeah.
have a question for you as well. Like, um,
Yeah, if
stuff
you
that I've
stop
noticed
moving,
with
Kev, you like almost gonna give me seasickness. You move your camera so much, bro. Stay still.
sorry, man, I'm holding everything.
All right.
I don't have
Listen,
a stand right now. But real quick, with the G's, I've noticed that we can do like different poses and all that stuff, and you even added like some meme flavors or different holiday themes. Like, where
yeah.
did those ideas come from? Because normally I'm used to seeing some like NFT processes just like one pose, or maybe like to do a 3D render, but I've never really seen a project actually do to the extent that you guys have.
No,
So
I don't think anybody has done this. What, like I said in the beginning, the UGC is a very important thing in my view for an NFT project. Um, but because Dashbo was delayed because of the mutants and all that, we decided to go this angle where it's not really Dashbo. And then we just loved it. We just loved the poses, and we saw the reaction of the community, and we just we're gonna come up. We try to come up with at least 4 or 5 per week or every 2 weeks, so that it keeps it fresh and people can express themselves more and find better ideas.
Is
yeah,
there a
honestly, I
long? Go ahead, my bad, Kev.
yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I think it's genius because what you said right now, it's key when you said people can express themselves. Because, like, as someone that owns an NFT, like, you kind of want to express yourself with it on any moment or any chance that you get. So being able to do something like meme, like how Ace was showing with the fire, like that's an OG classic meme. So people that have been on the internet for a while, 100% understand where that comes from. So being able to kind of relate it in that way, I think is unique. So it brings in a lot of attention. But go
Yeah,
ahead, McFly.
unfortunately, you can't do all memes. Not all of them work with the 3D stuff like that. So we try to do as many as possible. We have one that's been giving us a hard time, but it should be done this week finally. But yeah, we try to do memes, funny stuff. If there's any occasions, holidays, we try to do that. It's very hard. I mean, we have to generate for 5,500. Um, and so it takes time, and sometimes after generating 5,000, you find a small mistake of an eye
Yeah.
not working or a sandal not working. This happens all the time. Um, in the beginning, it used to happen every time we launch. We find the mistake after launch, but we've gotten better at it. And our platform that we built to do these renders is working quite fine and very fast. So now we are able to do every week or every 2 weeks. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
express
that's
yourself.
one of my favorite
It's
things, right? Is just
it's
being
your
able to.
NFT. It's your NFT. It's your identity, and we want you to express yourself with your identity. Even if and not knowing how to use Blender or not knowing how to use Photoshop should not stop you from that. That's our goal. Even see some that you
Facts.
can add messages to, you can add GMs to, you can add whatever you want them to. We also try to prop up or help other projects because we know nobody just holds G's. Everybody holds a bunch of other projects, and we have whether it's Board Ape Yacht Club or different projects you can see on there that you can just add their different NFTs from other collections. So yeah,
Yeah, now which I love, and like you said, if anybody knows me, they know how much I love simplicity, right? Straight to the point, being useful the first time around, so they understand it, so it becomes fun off the bat, right? And I kind of think that that's what you created with the poses, right? Because a lot of times I interact with my G's. I'm able to just post one of my poses, right? Instead of writing out a response, they know exactly what I mean by one of the poses that I put with my G's, right? So not only does it give you, a broader experience with the um content creation, but it also gives you a sense of communication as well, which is something I love, right? But I wanted to ask you something. uh More or less, what is like the long-term goal for the G's?
Um, to be the long term is to have G's everywhere. Anywhere you go, you will see G's. As many metaverses, as many games, as much content being created with G's on your timeline, whether it's social media or whether it's everywhere else. And hopefully, the end goal is to have an IP that is known by everyone. Of course, this is the goal of, I think, every founder, NFT founder, where the NFT becomes as famous as the Bored APL Club, or even or to have it like a Mickey Mouse. Since AMP is here, is motivated by AMP, is to make it as famous as Mickey Mouse. Or as, I know that's unrealistic, but you have to have these kind of goals. That's how it was made. When the IP of Mickey Mouse, the first drawing, they did not think it would become this big, right? Or any of the anime
Right.
characters or Pokemon or all that. But they did become
Yep.
iconic, and everybody knows what a Pikachu looks like. I
Yep.
know, I know it's not. I'm
Right.
not saying that I am the next Pokemon or all that, but that's the goal: is to make it as known as much as possible, uh, as as wide as possible.
No, goals are important, bro, and you have to start
Yeah.
somewhere,
But
and you
my
don't
Web
know until
three,
you try and put
but
the
my
effort.
Web3 goal is that we provide true ownership of the asset, where you are able to do unlimited stuff with your asset, regardless of what platform you are working on.
Love it. Ace, I see that you brought the website out, and I like to pivot to that because you're looking at this, and I just enjoyed it. Right, if you don't know, I just downloaded 120 something files. I know Ace was with me the other day. I downloaded every pose, everything to my OneDrive, so I can have it with me mobile no matter where I go. Because I really enjoy them and stuff, and you guys know that I'd make a lot of posts just trolling people all the time with my different poses. But I this is, I think, one of the small, amazing things that that we can do with our G's and stuff like that. But Ace, why don't you take over a little bit, and let's get into the website so people know what we're talking about and really showcase what Rida and the team have built, because I mean this is super underrated. And the other thing too is like the website works really well. As a network engineer, it's one of the cleanest websites where I don't have that much trouble on mobile, iPad, or desktop.
Um,
I I recommend like an iPad or a desktop or laptop format just because of the bigger screen, but it doesn't hinder you from not being able to use it on a D app on your mobile deal, which is fantastic. And that's one of the most difficult things to do because we are a mobile community, right? We're a mobile society. So, right, a good job on that for sure, you and the team.
yeah, no,
So I
it's
praise
good.
that, and let's get to
Yeah,
the
the
gritty
team did
gritty.
a killer job. It wasn't this good in the beginning. This is 6 months after 6 months of constant updates and constant upgrades. Alo did the great job, and the team did a great job on that.
Absolutely. The website is super clean. It's easy to navigate. We need more G's nuts, Rita. So we can
For
showcase all
sure.
your poses, bro. But
No, no. Once Alo is back from his Monaco and Zir is back from the States, they're both on a trip. We'll do the airdrop of the new nuts
yee,
and launch Dashboard, so you have more nuts to use.
let's go. And then so that's good because it gives us kind of a transition from G's to Dashbo. And what was kind of like, what was your thought and when did you think of creating Dashbo and mixing it with UGC and making videos for these other communities that are not G's?
So no, it's like I said in the beginning. I mean, I've wanted this UGC tool for me and for everybody else But especially once the Board APL Club 3D files were released, I think there were only 10 apes creating content
Wow.
with their 10 or 20 apes creating content with their 3D files, and that's when we decided to launch Dashboard. It was long before G's.
Wow.
We applied for an AIP on the ApeCoin DAO, and it got voted for by the community, and we got the financing for that. But yeah, that was the main reason because the models that were given were amazing, but people didn't know how to use them, right?
A
I don't
hundred
know what app
percent.
is showing, but yeah,
Mickey Mouse.
this is what I have to deal with, man. He's holding an aloe plushie.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. At least I know there's a better reader. I got a better reader. You want to see it? And it's called Margarita.
Perfect
Bro,
segment to show, yo.
it's not the
Yo,
English
Wait.
You.
spelling or the Puerto Rican spelling.
No, I can't. No, that's the real one. Oh shit, this is the Puerto Rican one. Yeah, he fucked up on the spelling, bro. Look at this. That's why you gotta be careful. You know, inglés sin barreras. It does not work.
Yeah,
Fucking Mickey Mouse,
Oh,
bro.
shit.
He said he's blessing Barreras, bro.
yo, real quick. So Dashboard came before actual G. So then, how did you? So then, what was the transition from Dashboard to G's, bro? Like, what made you pivot your focus from Basie and Macy to G's?
I don't pivot. I can do multiple things at the same time. I'm not like App, where he can't walk and breathe at the same time.
Yo, why you always gotta get on me, man? I don't get it, bro.
There's no pivot,
Yo,
McFly.
hold on, because I have an important question that I want to know personally, right? Like, how did y'all two get involved in the beginning of all of this? Because not for nothing, like, I know Amp in real life, real genuine, solid brother, right? And when
100.
he's bullish on something, everybody around him becomes bullish. But I want to know what the initial meeting was between
The
you and
initial
Amp.
meeting was mint day when we minted out, or was it reveal day? Yeah, reveal day. Amp and Leo, you guys started the space, right, with Walk.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was the first time I met him. But I mean, I've been following Amp,
Wow.
but that's when we really started talking. Was on that space.
Then he slid like a girl, like you know those girls that be fiending, bro. That he slid on my DM. You know what I'm saying? That yo papi, yo papi, I need you. I was like, oh, what up, Rita?
you know that, and that's why I call you guys wanting to build this digital friendship, and then more when we meet each other, friendship where it becomes a legitimate friendship overall, in which I've talked about. It's a big deal, but this one, you guys wouldn't have met if it wasn't for the Web3 aspect, for being able to meet up here and doing, and then believing, minting, and then doing it, and then saying, riders are like, man, I like Amp, I like his app, I like the way his attitude. Let me go hit up on DM and see what he's about. That is a powerful message that everybody should learn and should get out of this meeting right there. Was that the power of reaching out, the power of talking and communicating, and this is what you get. You know what I'm saying? You get something like that, and now you have a face like that who just got a haircut, looking all handsome right there with the awesome laugh, helping G's grow. And that's a special thing. And Rida, who's a wonderful human being from everything that I've seen and talked to, and really sitting here with you, Rida, is you're a special individual because you're
That's
caring.
a hundred
You're
percent.
caring a guy.
And with that, and being, and the truth of the matter, bro, is like you gotta be careful who you're nice to in the space, bro. Like you can't give your all to everybody, but
Hmm.
once you see like at a certain point how a person moves, that's when I always go all in. You know, from the minute that somebody meets me, I go all in. But and it only takes that one fucker. But bro, Rita, from Kid Called Beast, I saw him fucking around with that 3D show. I was like, yo, this guy's a fucking machine. And when I heard about his collection, bro, that shit just got me bullish. I was like, yo, I've got to make sure I'm in there. So there's no leader
Mhm,
like
mhm.
Rita.
That's a
So I don't
fact.
know. After he said that, I don't know who slid into whose DMs, right?
I got receipts, bro. Don't let me start putting them out, bro. This guy was asking me how tall
You
I
just
am and all
admitted.
type of
You
stuff,
just said
bro.
it. You just said it. You just said it
What?
yourself. I didn't say nothing.
What?
You were the one that I didn't say anything.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I have receipts, bro. Don't make me pull them out. This guy's asking me how tall I am, and I'm like, yo, what is this?
Now
What we
listen, the
doing?
only reason why I asked,
Yo,
right,
what we
is
doing
because
here, bro?
when y'all two
Yo,
were in
yeah.
a space together, bro, it's a different type of energy, right? And I love that because, one of my founders, I kind of share that same sentiment with, right? Every time we on space, we have a deeper connection, so we bullshit and all that. But at the end of the day, like we're both super passionate about the project, right? So to see you guys share that is something that I experienced, which is why I even asked, right? Like how that chemistry even came together, knowing that you follow Rita before the project and now he's released something and you're fully tapped in. I think it's super important for people to know, the origins of how shit comes together.
No, I mean
Facts.
he admitted he's been following me for a couple of years. I just started following him after the mint, right?
That's beautiful.
Yo, this guy is so Mickey Mouse, bro. Wow, this
Well,
guy's
you
Mickey
know
Mouse.
what's funny?
So he was
Oh
stalking
You
yeah,
know
you.
what's
yeah, yeah.
funny though?
100%.
Listen,
Since the mint of Kid Called Beast, man.
listening
Yeah.
to where you came from though, because you came from having a marketing firm, right? Before Web3 and coming into Web3, thinking about user generated content, like when you are looking at marketing and culture, right? How does Dashboard walk that line?
It's completely different. It's completely different. The community aspect of things, and because it's like all these little investors, but at the same time they're collectors, but at the same time they're friends and all that. It's a totally different ballgame than regular Web2 marketing and advertising, where you just make a TV ad, you just send it to the TV station, and that's the end of it. You don't know what people are saying. You don't. It was completely different. But yeah, I
A
mean,
hundred.
this is why I love Web3. I am from Web3. I am part of the community. I was on the other side of things as well. I know what I want to see. But to be honest, to be fair, if I know what I know today, that it would take this much work to run a project, I don't think I would found a new project. If I knew it would take this much work and it would
A
have this
hundred.
much.
100%. But being on the side that you sat on both sides of the fields as a founder, right? I know there's a consistent pressure for like you to deliver. And what's the end goal to kind of make the community evolve with the projects that you're putting out, whether it's Dashboard, whether it's G's, whether it's Inceptive Studios.
I don't know what the end goal is. Like I told you, I mean, I want G's to be known by everyone, but at the same time, I also want apes to be known by everyone, and I want to develop both. And there is no end goal in Web3. It's unlimited. We I don't know where this is going, but I just want to work as hard as possible to make it succeed.
100%. No, and we see you, man. You're one of the most active people on chain, and you're not just about your project. You're about elevating everyone around you, and that's one of the things, man, that make you so bright as an individual, right? So it's like you bring so many different facets to the space and different projects because you're also willing to give them your own personal raw opinion. And I love that, man, because it keeps things transparent from founder to founder and founder to community. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. I mean, not everybody appreciates it. A lot of people get upset at my opinions, and don't like my opinions. Um, Everybody thinks I have enough money to mint every single things that comes on chain, and the ones that I don't mint, people get upset at, and the ones I say I swept, if they don't pump, people get upset at me. So it's hard. There's a lot of bullshit, but yeah, we just keep on going, man.
100%. That's the only prerogative, man. We got to keep moving forward no matter what.
To be honest, when the whole bot thing that was happening on our floor, it was the most depressing thing ever. But I couldn't just like give up or anything. But and people are upset. People are upset that why the floor is down, right? But It's not because I'm not trying to deliver or I'm not building, but it's just a bot that somebody decided
You,
to put
you
there.
that's how you know you made it. You next time they ask you, that's how I know we made it. People are jealous or mad or deal whatever the reasoning is. Doesn't matter. People always have an agenda. Somebody might not like you, and you didn't
No,
even
I
know
know, I
about it.
know.
Right? You might
It
never even
doesn't.
met them
There's
ever, and it
the only thing
happens.
I can do is deliver, right? And keep
That's
on building and
correct.
keep on grinding. Uh, and advice to
Yeah,
everyone. I know the floor price is important to holders and important to everyone, but concentrating on floor price and floor price movement is very disheartening to builders. It's very disheartening to collectors. But you just have to
yeah,
keep ignoring it and keep on going.
No, 100%.
yeah. I look at it as opportunities for us to add more, to go pick something, a
I
trait that you've been
understand.
looking
I
and eyeing and
understand.
being like,
But
oh shit,
people
yeah,
don't. Some people don't see it like that. They see the floor price as
yeah,
indicative of the value of their holdings. Um, One day it's worth $10,000, then it's worth $600. People are going to get pissed off. Whether it's G's,
yeah,
whether it's any other collection.
anything.
But it's normal. It's normal. I mean, like I said, I've been on the other side of things. When my shit dips, I get upset, right? It is how it
Yeah.
is. But at the same time, as a founder now, uh, I apologize to all the founders that I pressured because now I know how bad it feels.
So when you talk about something like that, let me ask you this: what is something with the negative of that? There has to be something positive. And I asked this on the deal is like a fan or a community member that absolutely came out of their way to talk to you or do something that floored you that you were like, damn, that was badass that Teal did this or Ace did this, to represent the G's and stuff. Has anybody done something like that to make it
There
stand
is,
out?
but I don't want to say his name because you already know I don't want his head to
It,
fucking become big. We already have this issue, so I'm not gonna say his name. But no, no, there's a bunch, man. There is loads of G's who just show up every single day for the project and for the community, and they're the ones that make it worth it, right? But there's this ass that I don't know how he came up with the idea, but he made a huge push for G's with the logos in the background. If you remember that, where everybody
yeah.
started having them, whether they
Yep.
had a G or not. It was Leo's idea, but Amp just followed along. I think. No, but that did a lot, and that brought people from other chains, from other projects, from people that I didn't even know who they were. Brought eyeballs to G's and brought eyeballs to Ape.
Nice. Yeah, little small things, right? Literally a background and what it did and connected more people and got more people
I mean,
involved,
I
and
mean,
that's what we want.
all you guys. I think most of you guys I've met through App. I mean, with all his disadvantages and cons and the bad stuff that comes with him, he also comes with a lot of cool people and real people. And I've met a lot of people through AMP and through G's. But yeah, it's this is the best part of Web3. I mean,
Yep,
100%.
100%.
Ace in Miami, it's as if I've known him for years, right? We've never met.
Yeah.
That's right. Yo, Rita, you know what's funny? Look, McFly got an aqua background in real life.
Yeah, in real life. Damn.
Oh,
What's funny is I was like, yo, that's not orange. He's like, I painted this wall myself. Yo, we can't hear you, McFly, just in case.
Ace muted McFly.
Yo,
Yeah.
hold on. Yeah, nah, yeah, listen. This was before I found Bored Apes, alright? So we could chill with that one right there. You heard? But now listen, IRL is the alpha, bro. And me
That's a
personally,
fact.
right, since I've been in Web3, I've always been bullish IRL. I've met a lot of homies in Web3 through IRL because for me personally, it's different when I could get intimate with somebody, pause, right? But like, share a deeper relationship with somebody because I've actually sat down with you and caught your vibe in person. For me, it's easier to tell somebody's intent when I meet them in person, right? And then it kind of gives me that feeling if this person is genuine or not, and if they are, then true friendships evolve from that, right? I felt like that the first time I met Papito, bro. I felt like I known that motherfucker forever, right? And it's been like that ever since. A lot of the homies that I've met in real life, we share that same sentiment. And I feel like for me, this is like the biggest blessing in Web3 is actually getting to meet people and building real life friendships with people who share similar interests, right? There's nothing better than being able to call one of the homies and be like, yo, Rita just released this. Let's go look at this. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, we're both trying to dive into how to dissect what it is that we're looking at because we both have common interest, right? But IRL is the alpha, bro. And I hope you come to NFT NYC because I need to meet the reader leader.
No, no,
Yo,
I
listen,
should be there.
he
I
gonna
should
make
be
you a
there.
believer. He
I
gonna
should be
make you
there.
a believer. You heard?
Amp is paying for the tickets, and he's
Let's
paying for
go.
the
And
and
sponsored by Margaritas.
no, IRL is amazing. I've met some of my best friends right now through IRL events, um, and you know that word. I know it's cliche, but all these people you're in the trenches with every single day, right? It's a whole different thing. It like makes almost years of friendship done in a couple of months. I mean, Amp, I've known him what 6 months now, like really known him, and he's like now one of my closest friends, right? Or Aloe, or Zir, or you Ace, or it's strange. It's a weird phenomenon. Um, and yes, we are tribal, we all that, but it's still cool to make different friends. Um, I know some of my friends are not liked by Amp's friends, or some of Amp's friends are not liked by my friends, or I try to be cool with as many people as possible. I know it's not a good thing, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean,
Being respectful doesn't hurt.
100%.
You don't have to go like somebody, hang out with them or nothing, but you're in a space, be respectful. And right, here's the good thing. I know that I can go take a flight 14 hours somewhere and most likely know somebody that I've built a relationship digitally and know that, hey, I have this going on. What do you recommend? Where should I go eat? Where should I go sightsee? Oh, hey, do you want to go catch something to eat? Let's go meet, whatever, and talk crypto because of what the World Wide Web, what this has
oh yeah,
allowed, right? And that's the most powerful
100%.
thing.
I don't think there's anywhere in the world that I can go and not find somebody from Web3 that I can hang around.
Facts.
Uh, and the
Facts.
different relationships vary, but I'm sure that I can call somebody and say, "Look, I'm stuck at the airport. I need a ride." Somebody will show up.
That's a fact.
That's correct.
Um, but yeah, no, it's the trenches are real. We are in the trenches. All of us have gone through a lot of stuff together. I mean, the whole Web3 has gone through so many ups and downs that it's like you going through a war with people.
Dude, as a creator, how do you juggle being the founder of three different projects and still deliver the way you do?
It's very hard. It's very tiresome, and it's very stressful. It's not something I wish upon anyone.
But to be honest, the way you
Yeah.
do it, right, from somebody on the outside, it just looks like you're super innovative and super creative and constantly building, even though, it does take a tremendous amount of fucking work, especially when you got three projects that you're heavily involved with, right? I mean, I'm a space host. I'm on spaces almost every day, right? And this is just spaces. And even, being on spaces and doing meetings, I get kind of tired out. So I could just imagine, right, the weight to not only be active on spaces, but, to continue to keep these projects afloat and continue to add value. Kudos to you, bro, because
I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure people don't understand, the determination and effort it takes to keep things afloat like that.
look, it is hard work, but I have a great team, and I've surrounded myself with great people who help me a lot, whether it's on projects, platforms, whatever we're doing. I do have the support of the club and all that, but it came through hard work nonetheless. But I have a great team. I have a great circle of friends and all that, which is the most important thing, because I can call Amp and tell him, look, I'm like depressed and all that, and we can talk and dish it out and then just laugh about it, right? It's Web3 is amazing. As much as it's full of bullshit, there is a lot of positive stuff coming out of it.
So what do you do? What do you do to like when I'm fried or deal? I take time off. Like I just stay away from everything. Take 2 or 3 days.
No,
Re-energize. Go play
unfortunately, I
golf,
can't do
pool,
that.
whatever.
I
What do
can't
you
do
do?
that, Tio. I can't be away. I can't not make a tweet from the G's account. I can't not make a tweet from my account. I'll be called a rugger
Right.
in 2 hours, right?
But
Um,
is is
it,
is there anything that you do that lets you kind of like blow off steam? Whether it's like if you enjoy going on spaces or like maybe playing a game for like 5 minutes
it's
or
called
having a
tequila, man.
drink.
It's called
Oh,
tequila, man.
there you go.
Tequila. Hey,
Hey, let's go.
I feel
Yeah,
Let's
like
go. Right
Am,
there.
Am said, hold on, I got it, I got it. Let's go.
yeah. So
Uh,
when you hear me slurring on some spaces at the end, that means I've had too much, and somebody already pissed me off, and I'm trying to blow off steam. So don't let me up on spaces when it's nighttime for me.
He's
Now
like, I'm
listen, if you got a
forewarning
space,
y'all right now.
you always welcome, bro. I don't
Bro,
care
that
what space
last
you're
night,
in.
I don't know. I was out of it, bro. Holy shit! I finished almost a whole case by myself, bro. I was like,
yeah, we had a good time when you passed out.
I left the phone. I left the phone. I was like, fuck it. These guys are in a crazy conversation. I was like, let me leave it alone. I just fell out. My wife was
Well,
like, you fell asleep with the damn phone in your hand. I was like, yeah.
yo,
I was
yo,
finished.
I was gonna say this, man. Like between the three projects, which one? And I know this is gonna be a hard one. Which one is your favorite, and which one do you think is the most underestimated out of the three, bro?
I think all three projects are the same because they all work together. I mean, G's is made by Inceptive Studios, Dashbow is made by Inceptive Studio. Of course, my team and the company that I've built is very close to my heart, but at the same time, the community that's created by G's and all the apes that are using Dashbow is another facet. I can't separate three of them at all. I see them all as one.
You know what I love though? Like we're transitioning backwards. First we started with the G's, right? Then we went into Dashbow, and I think this is the perfect like way lane to go into Inceptive Studios. So when did you start, and how did Incept, like what was the idea behind the Inceptive
We spoke
Studios
about
beside?
we spoke about this in the beginning. I think you were rugging or something.
Yeah, yeah. He did go into it a little
Now
bit in the
now he
beginning.
trying to say that my Wi-Fi is Mickey Mouse.
Oh no no! I swear no no truly when App was lying down on the barber seat, we were talking about Inceptive and how we started it before COVID and all that. We Inceptive is what it is. It used to be an advertising agency, and then we switched it to an animation studio. Then we're adding gaming. It's my baby that I love and hope to do for many years to come.
Is there anything on Inceptive that you really want to talk about that you haven't highlighted yet?
No, not really. The
Oh,
highlights of Inceptive is the team, and then G's and Dashboard.
And shout out to the
mm.
team too, yo.
Yeah, facts. Because we don't
Gentlemen
get to
too.
hear a lot about them.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely want to give them credit.
I got the whole team locked up in a cave and a basement. I just throw food down there every other day. So yeah, you never get to hear from them.
Now I know why Ant doesn't want to go over there, bro.
Exactly.
He's like, yo, is it a round trip? If it's a one way, no way.
No, we told CVG it was one way, and I tell Amp it's one way as well.
Oh man, he's gonna put him in a room with a tiger.
Yo, so
Look
for
at
people watching the stream right
look,
now, right? Since you have this on the screen, can we get little explanation on how these G's nuts tie into it? I mean, I know, but I would love for you to give them, a little breakdown on the mechanism behind that.
All right, so no, you have to understand how we came up with this. The G's nuts, we wanted to give something of value to G's that they can sell without selling their main asset. And so we made those G's nuts first edition. That was the original idea, and then people were not, they were just holding them. They weren't selling them or anything. So we wanted to come up with a couple of ways so that they burn the nuts, so there's less supply, to make the nuts more valuable, right? In the beginning, we wanted them to be valued at $1, so that we can do cool stuff with it. People just held them, and they don't even want to burn them. So that's why we made this profile that they start burning them, right? So yeah, nuts is was originally just an airdrop, so that you guys can sell them without selling your G's, and still get value if you needed liquid, right? But at the same time, the
Mhm.
market overvaluated them, and so we started giving utility to nuts as well, to unlock different stuff on your profile and all that.
Which I think
And there's the different levels, right? Like the different
Yeah,
levels of it,
the
and that's what
different
I'm
levels
showing now.
is to
Yeah.
incentivize more burning. So there's more tools. There's more tools. Who's on the desktop?
Deal.
I'm on a
I
We're
desktop.
am
both on desktop
too.
though.
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean, who's the one
Yeah.
sharing the screen?
Deal.
I am.
Yeah, we need to
Teal
get you
is.
some more nuts. You need to level up to level 3, man.
Bro, I just
No, no,
we
I know,
all we
but
all need.
and I was gonna try
Yeah,
to do
listen, I'm
it.
still stuck at
Yeah.
level 1, yeah.
And I'm at
So
level
I'm gonna
3.
do one. I'm gonna do one right now so we can know. But the whole goal is like when you get to level 5, it opens up more poses, more
That is
dynamic, all that stuff. Because I need to get to that,
that is
right?
correct. But at the same time, we don't want you to burn too many, right?
Yeah.
Um, so for dashboard, it will act the same way like this. So you will get, if you're level 1, you will get some animations and some poses. If you're level 2, you get some more animations, some more poses, and tools like that. But yes, it will be the same concept. You burn to level up and get more tools. But at the same time, there's, even if you don't have, or you didn't burn anything, you still have a lot of stuff whenever we release.
What's your favorite animation
Correct.
that you've done with Inceptive Studios and the team that you've showcased, Rita?
What do you mean?
Like
We have
you
a
do a
bunch.
lot of animations, right? Not only for G's, not only for Dashboard, but also you've included projects like the Gutter Cats, and other projects into the system, and you've done a lot of different animations like trailers. What's your favorite one that you've done already?
Oh, I have a bunch. My top favorite one was a couple of Star Wars one that I did with my mutant and my Coda. Those were my favorite ones that we've done. But definitely the best stuff has been for the board API.
Wow, that's what's up. And I'm sure you're looking to transfer that energy into G's, no?
Of course, of course. I mean,
That's dope.
we've created more content for G's, more animations for G's than anything else. We've done one animation or two animations per day. Those are really complicated and very. We try to do them as fast as possible to keep the things vibing and keep content coming out. And
And I know
100%.
you guys do a
once
great job
once
at
we
that.
raise enough, get enough funding, we will do the animated series, which is my dream as well, based on G's and based on IP that we do.
You know
Yeah,
what's
that's
funny?
gonna be
That I was just
sick.
gonna ask you that, Rita. That out of all those animations that you do, like how hard would it be to like create a movie, man?
It's not hard, but it's not easy either.
I would love to
It,
see that.
amp,
I would love to see that.
amp. You got to remember too. You got to have with the movie. It's just not putting it together. You have to have a script. You literally still have to direct it and put it in a way that it makes sense, right? That it all comes together. It's a big process and stuff. I
You
know
have to
several people. I've
find
been blessed to meet some.
place,
Go ahead.
a platform to
Hmm.
broadcast it. You can do YouTube, but you will
Yeah.
never become the Netflix viewership or stuff like that. That's how you get this thing popping.
Right. And if you can see on Dashboard, guys, and I want to share this because this is going to be my favorite, and I think this is where the value comes in, where this is what he's talking about, like allowing you to take your asset, right, your 3D asset,
Mhm.
and just click in here and being able to create something. And now you can take this asset, go make a post, go make a short video, go do something funny, great, whatever you want to feel like putting, and actually put the caption and make this happen and stuff. This is how simple he's made this for everybody that's a part of his community, and it's something that attests to him and his vision, and it's great. Like, this is what I really really love. And when you get to different levels, obviously they're going to put a lot more here. You'll be able to create a lot of content if you love creating content that you can share anywhere on any platform, Instagram, uh, Twitter, Telegram, all that stuff. And that's, to me, adds a lot of value, right? Because you got this digital collectible that now you can actually bring to life and do these different things with too.
Yo, you
Yeah.
know what? Because this is UGC, right? Who's been your favorite user that's actually maximized the content in not only the G's but Dashboard, bro?
There's a bunch, but there's one guy that is relentless and is day in day out. His name is DJ Bubblegum, and he uses all the different tools available online, the AI tools and all that, to create mad content on a daily. He creates 5, 6 different posts.
Is he the
Uh,
one that created the little video with the ape on the ship?
no, 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 no. That's another guy. I'm actually supposed to meet him this week. He's based in Dubai, so we'll be meeting him this week and see how we
Oh,
can
okay.
collaborate.
Nice. If you haven't seen
Nice,
that video,
nice.
bro, it's an amazing video that they put together, right? Y'all gotta go check that out, bro. Because when I saw that, I was like, wow, like I could see G's having a little storyline or like a little movie, right? And the way that it was put together was flawless. I mean, the scenes were incredible. The voiceovers matched the lips. So if you guys haven't tapped in
The
yet,
community is amazing, man. I can't give one props to one person. There's a bunch. I mean, we retweet as many as we can per day. But if you see all the stuff that we've been retweeting, the community, there's 2D artists, 3D artists, animators, musicians. There's tons of creativity in the community, and one of the reasons why I love this, and this is how I started as well, by creating content for different communities.
yeah,
Man,
can we talk about
100%.
this page right here 1 second, Theo? Because I just want people to understand how simple, right, readers made it. Like if you look at all the different
Yeah,
files, obviously, all those different files from the previous page that we were just on right now, right, have their own mechanisms. And the fact that you even given people access to the files directly for them to go and create with the files
yeah,
themselves. Bro, listen, I love how innovative you are with this project,
yeah,
and the constant building that you guys do. It still baffles me sometimes because, like I said, it takes a lot of work to put a lot of things together, but it takes even more drive to continue to add value and try to bring in new mechanisms for the project. So can we talk about a few of these right here?
Yeah,
I see
go
the
ahead.
Blender files. I know that you can literally just drag that one file straight into to Blender, and it'll give you your
Yeah,
G's right then and there.
yeah. There's a bunch. I mean, there's a bunch. I don't know who's the G Tools one is really good because it has some built-in Blender poses and some different environments and lighting setups and all that. But the rest are different 3D files. The MML one
yeah.
we just released
Mhm.
yesterday. I didn't even know it was active. This is what will be needed for other side. This is the file
Oh,
format that
nice.
comes on other side. Um, FBX,
Nice.
GLB, VRM, they're different 3D files. If you're a user, a 3D artist, you know the difference. Mixamo is a platform where you can create some animations with your files. We try to give as many as possible. And the last one is has all the facial rigs and all that for in case you're creating some more content.
So
But
that
these are
that
mainly for
simplicity right
Nice.
there, right,
3D
is
artists. These are mainly for 3D artists. Some of them are for games, but some games will tell you we need the GLB file. Some will tell you an FBX file. You have all the files that
Hmm.
you need, regardless of where you go.
I've even started to render with my own Blender files, right? And I'm not, I think having access to that gives people the inspiration to go be creative and try to create with the, format that you've already laid out.
If you have some basic 3D knowledge, you can probably use G Tools and the Mixamo file to create some dope ass stuff with Blender.
Yeah, I
Man,
love
you heard
that.
it. You heard it from the
Facts.
legend himself.
Yeah,
So
well, I
real
think
quick,
what
cause
I
I
like the most is that it's just available. So just like you said,
yes,
example, if you want to do like a short clip, you just use those assets and just make a short clip, or just put them into your game. I think the most recent game that I've played was the racing one that came out on Ape. That was pretty dope. That we were able to use one of the Riders G's just to play in the game. But those are just the possibilities that are available, and I think that's just awesome that it's just right there, and you're encouraging people to do it.
Correct.
That is my my vision or my philosophy. But and hopefully people create content with it.
Yep. Ultimately, it comes down to the community, right? Use your
Yeah,
asset.
exactly.
Take it. As you can see here, the different metaverses that you're already been talking about, right? Other
Yes.
side,
So
let's start it. Ready Player
you will just
Me, here
click here and
probably.
get your file if you need it, if it's not already connected.
Yeah, which is awesome. So, and this is what I'm talking about. Like the website has it all here for you guys lined out, and you can download them all. They have a download all. It just makes it real simple. They've thought it made it as what McFly says. They simplified everything for you, and it just allows you to just put a little bit of effort in and learn how to use it and stuff. You see the different experiences right here coming in, also. And the tools and stuff. Like there's a lot of good stuff right here. Can we talk a little bit about these in world and all that? Like I've never heard of them, so to
Have
me
you
there's
not
something new, and I'm
heard of
pretty sure there's a lot of people
Wonder
haven't heard of them.
Dynamics?
Yes,
Wonder
sir.
Dynamics is an AI tool where you put a video and you replace it with a 3D file, and that 3D file
Okay.
starts doing the animation on their site. I'll, I'll 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 send you
Oh,
a demo
nice.
later on if you like. But
Absolutely.
yeah, we're trying to go through them all and make as many available as possible. So the game
Great.
engines and all that will have files for you.
Yeah, this is the two big ones, right? And they're constantly upgrading this
Yeah.
stuff. I know I talked to a lot of communities doing this stuff and using it, and it's you got to constantly stay on top of it. So yeah, but that's awesome to have those
Yeah,
opportunities and stuff like that, and to
hopefully
see it out
whatever
here
tool
is
comes
great.
out, we'll try to adapt and try to get you your G's available for it.
Yes,
That's
sir.
another reason why I
No,
love
I
the
love it.
G's project, right? Because like nothing, and I like to create content too, and I've always created content with my digital assets, but not to the extent that you've made available, right? And I think like it creates a different type of vibe when you're able to be creatively, um, you know, expressive with your digital assets, right? Whether it's adding poses, whether it's animating them, whether it's, creating different sceneries. I truthfully feel like this is one of my favorite things about G's, right? It's just the fact that I have so much that I can do with my G's.
what
Hey,
what I love is that he's allowing his community to create the content that they want so that we can all see it, and we're I feel like we're all evolving with the project itself, if that makes sense.
yeah, and then I had an idea
Yep,
too. McFly, you can make a music video with your G, bro.
Oh
You
yeah,
imagine
I've
that?
already
that's
been.
correct.
So it's funny you say that, right? Because I've already been, trying to make some animation videos for some of my music content, right? And I have friends who've already been bullish on G's that I've known from, other chains who came in, they found G's, they started creating some super dope shit, right? I've seen statues made, I've seen animations that they've created with their G's. So I'm super excited to put out more content. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the epitome of being creative right here, and giving us the opportunity to do shit like that. Because I would love to make a music video with my G's, right? And not only my G's, if I could have some of the homies G's in the video as well, right? We outside with our digital assets.
Facts.
Correct. And the website too, like you noticed that we had raffles. They've given out some really good prizes. The gobs, you see the Taker Goldens, this Fuku, but yeah, it's well done. Like there's no doubt about it. And you can see there's much more. There's always news, Rarity Explorer, all that stuff. I'd like to go right a little bit on the apparel side of things too, right? Because I know we've started some apparel. I know that I think Big Cuz got his sweater that he ordered. I think Amp has ordered some stuff. I don't know if it's come in for him or
Well, so,
not, but
so we when
go ahead, buddy.
there was a lot of requests to do to get merch done and all that. I'm based in Dubai. It's going to be hell for me to, with most of our holders being in the US, to set that up. Um, and I wasn't going to deal with logistics and all this on top of what I'm already building. So we decided to give. AMP started it actually. First, we were speaking to Okino Labs, where they would take care of things and they would ship, they would print, they would do all that, and we would just make a cut. Um, and then we continued to speak to Boring Merch and If Tailored, and that way you have multiple choices and multiple vendors where you can order from. Hopefully, one day we'll be able to add all to the same shopping basket. But until then, I think this is the best way to do it for us as an animation studio. We are not a merch company or a clothing company, and we
Correct.
really don't know how to deal with logistics and all that stuff. So we left it to the people who do know. All three are MBA brands. Um, all three are MBA brands, so it's cool like that. Yo, McAfee, I'm here, but I'm
Yep.
not showing my face. Unless you show your mustache, I'm not showing my face.
That's a good deal.
Yep. So yeah, I wanted to show that. So that, and like I said, constantly working with people that are building also in this space. And OK Labs is a Web 2 company. Boardmate is a Web 2 company. NFT later. Yeah, they're using the Web 3 community side of things, but these are people that are building real life products, right? Xinc that I'm helping with, same thing. And he's got his license and everything too. And we're doing a lot of cool stuff on the golf side, sports sides, workout stuff. And that's, you want to support that because they're willing to do the effort, and they're
Oh
they're
yeah,
putting in the effort to
100%.
do
I mean,
that.
and
So
it keeps things fresh, to be honest. Like what merch, he just
yep,
created some new peanuts line with
I
DOB.
was I
So
was just gonna ask about that. Is that the salty peanuts for when you drink tequila,
yeah,
bro?
yeah, of course, man. It'll go hand in hand with Amp's products.
Beautiful.
We just need somebody to make a cheese liver to be able to handle all that. But other than that, I think we're set to go.
Yo.
Rita, Rita, I'm the connector of humans and humanity and stuff, but I got somebody that we need to get to because there's no doubt that these G's should be 3D toys for us holders where we can get our own 3D G. I have a Web 3 community that they have 60 plus 3D printers, and they've been doing it with projects. So I need to connect
Yeah,
you
well,
with them and see if there's some synergies there for you to work something
it's
out.
it's tough getting 3D files, 3D printable files, because we have to generate 5,500. But we'll talk to them and see
Yeah.
how we can make it work.
I know they can help you out, and I
And
know I'll be able
I
to
get
help
it.
out as
No,
much as
no,
possible
let's
myself.
speak to
So,
them. But yeah, that would be interesting as well. Yeah, all for
yep. That-
using it different people and let everybody do what they're good at.
Hmm.
Correct. Facts.
Yo, Rita is not only an amazing leader, bro, but an amazing listener. And it shows out throughout all his projects, man. That's what I love. Like he really got his ears to the streets of what's happening in Web 3, and he stays tapped in. I don't think there's any space, ape chain space, that you go to that Rita's not in.
That's a fact.
Except the one on Wednesday. I don't know what it's called. The one, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, so Mickey Mouse. Listen, guys,
Yeah.
and I want to make sure that everybody that's tuning in knows, like, if you got something, bro, like, say something. Rita is a founder that he supports. So, if you got something that you think you could bring to the table, bring it. We'll make it happen. Look, the freaking merch, the G space, bro. He lets us do whatever, as long as we're doing the right thing, bro. Like he supports it 100%. Look at Ape0logy. Ape0logy was another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. This he's the truth. There's no leader like Rita. You heard?
But for real, I mean, my DMs are very they are open, but they are very broken. It's hard to see DMs, but you can reach out to me or anybody, even on this speaker panel, and they all have direct access to me or somebody from the team.
Yeah.
100%.
We love Rita, man. I love like I call you the Atlas of Ape Chain. You know what I'm saying? Because you're consistently supporting the good people in the space that are really putting in the work. And like when I see you going on spaces, I'm like, bro, this guy knows how to move in chaos. Cause it's like not only do you have three projects, you support other projects, you mint other projects, and then you come into spaces and you spend time with us where we get to meet you. You fly out to IRL events. When do you have space and time for like your family and your kids, bro?
I don't spend enough time with them. I try on the weekend, but you guys have even ruined that. So today's Sunday
Yo,
at 10:30 p.m. I didn't put my kids to sleep because of you guys. But yeah, so we have to end this space in a bit, or this thing, because I need to go see the kids before they go to bed. Um, but yeah, no, but it was amazing. It was amazing. Thank you for having me, guys. And like I said, if you have any questions, suggestions, any of that, please reach out to me or anybody from this audience. Not this audience, the speaker panel, and we can make it happen.
Man, we love you, man. Thank you for coming
Amen.
up and showing everyone why you're so amazing, Rita.
No, thank you so much. Sorry you couldn't be on video because of my Mickey Mouse Wi-Fi.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. Look, I can't wait for the next one because once we release Dust Ball and everything, we can do a little smaller and live demo that, right? And really play around with it and see
Let's
what
do
we're
it.
allowed to do. I'll make sure to get some more G's nuts so I can level up, so I can do everything that I need to do. My
Theo,
bag,
hit up
you
Amp.
know,
I sent him a
I'm
bunch
working
that
towards
he
it.
was supposed to be giving away.
No, he's hoarding
Everything.
them,
I'm
bro.
still
He's all like,
waiting on
nah,
my
I like you,
G's.
but I don't like you
Papi,
that
what we
much.
doing here?
This guy, bro. This guy's the
Unbelievable,
worst, bro. He be
unbelievable, Amp.
that's all he enjoys doing, bro. Is throwing me under the bus, bro. This guy's the worst.
All right,
Fucking
guys.
worst.
yo,
Thank you all.
I had to
Rita, thank
level
you for
mine
your
up
time.
yesterday.
Enjoy the
Go to
rest of
sleep,
your
Rita.
day.
Go to sleep.
No, I'll be on a space
No,
later on, but I need to hop off.
All right,
Thank you very
Puto.
yeah, no, go enjoy the
All
kids,
right.
and thank you
I
for enjoying
appreciate you,
us, buddy.
homie.
We enjoyed
Yeah,
you.
Appreciate
word.
it.
Appreciate it. Thanks
Big
for
love,
Rita
joining.
the
Rita.
leader, love, man.
Best, man. Thank you, guys.
Later, bye.
You're the best.
Appreciate it. Hey guys, I'm gonna
No,
end the
no, don't
space. I'm
end
gonna
this
let you
shit. We
guys
gotta
know.
end it like this. Yo, this he just
Let me
came
see.
out with this, bro. This shit is fire.
Okay.
I know that's why I'm gonna showcase
Let's
some
go.
stuff.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's do it.
That's my homie, you heard?
Let's go.
Tengo una gata celosa, no lo voy a negar. Anda con la garra afilada y por su gato
This
ya
shit
se
is
hace
fire.
mamita. El olfato no le falla, tampoco su instinto animal. Que tú pensabas que yo no tenía
Ain't no leader like Rita. You can't spell champ without amp,
Oh,
baby.
that shit is fire.
Hey,
Oof.
Amp.
Man.
Yo, Amp, you should have sent
I
me that. I
can't
would
wait
have
to
played it.
hear
I
it.
could
I
have played
can't
it
wait
in
to
this
hear it.
too.
No, bro. Look, this coming
Yeah.
soon, bro. I'm connecting everything already. Ready to go, bro.
Yo, listen.
Coming
I got a,
live,
Oh,
I
Bobby.
got a question though. How
jeez.
many of those cases you got?
I bought two.
But dale, yo voy para allá. I still got the Addy. I'm pulling up. I need one. ASAP.
Yeah, damn. Let's
Looks like
go.
the end of
Brand new.
I
Look,
love
look,
it.
look, look, look. Brand new. I haven't even touched it. Look.
Jeez.
I bought
Damn.
two. Those shit, I got them on sale. I was like, you know what, bro? Let me buy. I was gonna buy more, and then I said,
Yo, and congratulations on that too, my brother. Super hype. Super,
it's
super
facts,
hype,
bro.
bro.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, I appreciate
Yo,
everybody
great
tapping in with
space,
us.
guys.
Let's go.
Apology. Make sure y'all tapping in with the homies McFly, A Steel. Bro, come on, man. There's no champ like amp. You heard? Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yay!
You're
That's
man, dude. It's been a blast,
Well,
man. Hanging out with all you guys and hanging out with Rita. It's been such a joy.
yo NFT
Uh,
NYC, bro. Oh
uh,
my god.
Movie,
it's
movie.
gonna be a movie.
That's
And
what I'm gonna
guys,
do right now. I gotta go back there and fucking clean the yard,
Are
bro.
you setting up the stream
jeez.
for real
let's
though? So
go.
when we pull up, we get content of everything.
Yes,
Oh,
bro.
that's gonna
Yes,
be so fire.
yes. Everything. From the minute that you pop in the door is gonna be recorded, bro.
That's so
And
fire.
guys, remember
Yeah.
to tap in because this week is gonna be heavy set. Ape0logy is going in. I know there's a space on Monday with Sheba. There's a space on Wednesday after
Yup.
the G's Ape space for Woo World, and then there's gonna be a space on Friday. So tap in, because if you
Yeah.
ain't tapping in, you tapping out, baby.
You heard?
Facts.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Kevin, we'll for sure have to share that schedule and we'll get those out for you guys so y'all can
Damn,
set
and I let
reminders
I
and
let
stuff.
Rita
But
go,
we,
and I don't know how to set up like a RSVP because I want to do that because if I land this boat tomorrow, no, but tomorrow's a freaking holiday. They're probably gonna be closed. But if I land the boat for Tuesday, I want to do that. I want to do like that. Like people need to reserve.
Right.
yeah, well, I'll help you on that. There's several good apps that you can do that with that people use. Even they're tied in with the New York one, the New York NFT New York,
Okay,
whatever it's called. But that you can do it. Yeah, and it's a platform. It's a crypto based Web3 platform that allows you to do that. So we'll do
all
that
right,
for sure. So everybody
sounds
can sign
good.
Guys,
up.
just know
The
Nova York va a ser una
Nueva
película. You're not gonna
Nueva
York.
yeah.
right.
York.
Hey, here's some more alpha too. Defenders is about to open up their Ethereum based deal, so get ready for
Oh,
that.
fire.
The beta's been going really well, so that's going to be great. So you can protect these assets on the Ethereum side of things, and Ape Chain will be one of the first to be implemented and turned
Oh
on.
yeah.
So that way you can be
Jeez.
peace of mind. And if you haven't, go listen to that. That's a very important space for you guys if you guys want to protect your assets that are valuable and stuff, without having to go spend $300 or $400 to go get a ledger. So.
Facts.
But other than that, it's exciting
Well,
times.
listen,
Exciting
before
times.
this, we close the space. I just want to say I'm grateful for everyone who tapped in. If you ain't tapping in, you tapping out. Thank you, champ. You know who I'm talking to. AMP, El Amplificador, Kev Bro Soul, my guy Theo,
Yo,
and Mr. McFly for always coming and just being genuinely them. And everybody who came and tapped in, commented, and actually interacted with the stream, man. We really appreciate you guys.
Word.
Gratitude is the attitude. It's Sunday. Let's have an amazing day and
And
shout out
with
to all
that
you
being
guys.
said, do not forget